Hello, hello. Welcome to a special evening. I told all the players that we were going to go to me first and I was going to do an intro, and it didn't work out at all. So now you get to look at all of our faces at once. Here is everybody. As you all know, I'm Stella, but I'm just the host tonight. I'm gonna pass it off immediately to Jon, who is the creator of the Sapio System and the creator of Spiral Dice, which is what we're gonna play tonight. We are all oh boy, did I fail that opening. I'm starting to be so good at this, and then I let myself down. Anywho, hi. Thank you. I'm Stormageddon, thanks. I've been like hustling, and then I like hit the wrong button and ruined my smoothness entirely. But here we are. Let's pretend that never happened, and we all look so good. This is my best fish look, y'all, for tonight. Hope you're digging it. I don't know how I feel about it, let's be honest. But I'm gonna go ahead and just pass it right off to Jon, who's gonna intro all about what we're doing tonight and give you a lowdown on the game, and we'll jump in from there. Thanks everyone for hanging out.
Hi, I'm Jon. Thank you for having me, Stella, on your stream. I think I said this last time I was on your stream. Number one, I had such a great time last time that I wanted to come back. But number two, I'm not a good or effective streamer. I think I go off camera a lot, and last time I think I dropped a video in the middle of streaming. But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to GM One-Shot in the Sapio system using Spiral Dice. At the moment, my Kickstarter is live and is when we end this stream, it will actually just be in its last 48 hours. Okay. So if you want to check it out, feel free to head over there. I dropped a link in the chat.
Jon, put the link in our private chat so I can post it in, because it won't go in the chat, because you're not a moderator, okay?
Oh, I'm not a moderator, so I can't put a link in.
Like, look, it's only high class peeps.
Got it. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna keep cutting, keep talking. We're rolling. We're going with it.
Yeah. It's fine. But before we dive into kind of setting the table for the game, I guess we should probably give our players that haven't introduced themselves, Bria and Max, a chance to introduce themselves and throw us their Twitter handles or what have you. So why don't you go ahead? Maybe we'll start with Bria.
Hello, lovely people. I am Bria. As you can see, with a little fancy handy dandy thing, which I love StreamYards for. We all have pronouns. I am she, her, and I'm Skyblood Orchid everywhere you think is relevant. Although if you follow me anywhere else on Twitter, I probably will not see you because I don't do social media well.
All right.
Max.
Yeah, I'm Max. You can find me on most platforms as Maxtermind, as spelled below. I've been role-playing for about 15 years. I've played with Jon quite a few times in real life, and I'm excited to play again with Spiral Dice.
Awesome. Okay, so before we get into, I think I'm going to throw out a content warning because I like that. I think it's important. And then I'm going to drop into a rules review, and then we should be ready to set the stage and get moving. So the content warning that I want to, give for everyone is this is a one-shot that was conceived when I was watching muskies, which are these giant fish trying to jump a dam the dam was like 5 feet high and the fish are like 5 feet long and they like jump up and smack against the dam. But to get into a lake that that I thought they rightly ought to be able to inhabit. And so I had this idea like, okay, what if, we translated that into like a real fantasy context and it dealt with humanoids. And so because we are exploring outsiders traveling in a space where they may be, under threat by the dominant culture, you all who are watching can expect that, the various associated things might come into play during this stream. So, there might be violence, there might be definitely othering, I think, given that they are sort of playing as an other species. With all that in mind, that's the basic content warning. Of course, there might be violence, maybe not. We'll see how the session goes. Hopefully, they do just great and everybody comes through happy. Hopping into the rules. So this is going to be run with the Sapio system using spiral dice. And a couple basic things to ground you in how the system works. The players have already read through the rules and are now expert Sapio players.
Oh shoot, were we supposed to know the rules? We'll figure it out.
So they have characters that are defined in their character sheets by things like their main profession, specializations within that profession, qualities, and a few other bits. And what will happen is that they will invoke those to pick up more spiral dice on each roll. And then they'll roll those dice to try to hit a target number that I specify. If I say target number 1, that's probably a not super challenging roll for the players. If I say target number 4, you should be scared. And if I say target number 5, they're probably not going to hit it. So, that sort of frames out what they're going up against whenever I say a target number. And they're going to attempt to get a number of hits on those dice equal to the target number. If they do, they succeed. If they do not get a number of hits equal to the target number, if they fall short, then they fail. But on the spiral dice, there are also two symbols called spiral and spare. And those two symbols offset with each other and determine whether there might be positive or negative complications that arise from the roll. And if they're spare remaining, the players get to choose. If there is spiral remaining, I get to choose from the roll. So all the players on their character sheet right now have a list of various uses for spare that they might want to employ. And I think during the course of the game, we'll run into plenty of situations where they've rolled and they get to spend those. Other than that, I may, we'll do a few rolls just straight up. I may consult the chat about uses for spiral and spare. I think that's always fun. And definitely Stella can, when I fail to put it in the appropriate chat, she can vector my question to the appropriate chat so you all can respond. But we'll hopefully do some audience engagement stuff as this goes on.
If I may volunteer, just because I think random is more fun for spontaneous roleplay, I'm happy to volunteer. All my spares and spirals go to the chat.
Oh boy.
I think that is great. Unless it's the first roll, then we'll do it ourselves just to
Right.
show them how it's
right.
But yeah, awesome. So let's set the stage. These players are playing as a species of aquatic humanoids, fish people, if you will. Their internal name, what they call themselves, are the Olka, and they look essentially like shape of water type creatures, maybe a little prettier than that. We have some art that Jack, my illustrator for Sapio, contributed that doesn't make them look as pretty as I think like they could, but they still look pretty cool. But so they're an aquatic species. They have been inhabiting the coasts and islands of this area for generations. And before the events of the game, what has happened is humanity, humans, the kind of most ubiquitous inhabitants of the area have expanded their fishing and their trade routes through the area that the Olka live. And what that has done is it's led to smaller catches of fish. It has led to potential conflict, although they haven't actually interacted with the humans. And now one of their elders, Elder Georges, it's got ZH and then a ZH on the end, but it sounds like George. George, yeah. Basically they have a vision that the Oka ought to migrate back north across the realms of men and head to this ancestral lake that once upon a time they inhabited. And Georges has an idea about how to get there. Oh, and in case anybody is confused on pronouns, all of the Olka are they, them, because they are like frogs and can switch sexes, and so they don't have a strong concept of gender, I think. So before we dive into it, why doesn't everybody describe in visual and a little bit of personality terms who your characters are? Start with Stella.
Oh boy. Okay, wait. I wasn't ready. Let me bring up my cool ass picture. Hold on. So my name is Marielle. Because get it? And like
Original character, do not steal.
what? I don't know what you're talking about, Marielle. It's a traditional French Canadian name, like my family. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, that's where it came from. That makes sense. Yeah.
And they just want to be a part of their world. You know what I mean? When they come across humans, they're like, wow, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? And they're, they just think that everyone should all just get along and that the Olka and the humans could probably live in peace if they just tried. And they love stuff. Like, they love kind of escaping the pod. Oh, hey, thank you, follower. Timmy the Nerd, what's up? I feel you. Stella the Nerd. Anyways.
That's my brother.
Oh, wicked. So they love to like sneak away from the pod and go like sort of like almost shipwreck diving and finding all the weird human stuff. So that's Marielle.
And who's Marielle bringing with them?
Thanks for the subscribe. Oh, Marielle is bringing their best friend named Clarice, who is sort of like on the science team for this expedition, and Clarice sort of like, yeah, is really they're a super smart science person, but also secretly thinks that they could the Olka could get along with the humans, but has never said it publicly to anybody except for Marielle, because it would probably be like looked down upon to the like smart folk.
Bria.
Hi, I'm Bria again, and we already established that. No, we're doing characters. Sorry. So I'm playing Zaxos. Zaxos is kind of, imagine if Bear Grylls was like cranky all the time and didn't care about anything but making sure people survived. That's basically Zaxos. They think humans are stupid surface dwellers that are trying to steal our stuff, and how dare they? Like, we're just trying to survive. Can't they just leave us alone and like go away, please? And Zaxos, given that, is not the most well-liked individual, because their whole focus is on surviving, not really caring about social niceties. And so to that end, their only companion in life is Talon, who is much nicer and kind of acts as sort of the social translator of like, no, they're not stupid, they're just scared, please don't yell at them. And like conversely telling the people that are scared, like, okay, they're just trying to help everyone survive. It's strange, I know, but if we work together, we'll get, no, please don't, no, stop, no, put that down, that's gonna hurt, kind of thing, you know.
Awesome. All right, Max.
All right, so I am playing Ahum, who was the guy who you saw when we were first describing this, fish people that we were ahead of time. He is the second in command of the people who guard our clutch of eggs in our society. So it's a very respected position. He is also very big for an Olka. He strives to be both the bigger fish physically as well as emotionally when dealing with things. So think, big, gentle kind of guy, but he is there to protect his clan or his pod and make sure that they succeed. He also has a little bit of a philosophical bent, so he might have a few pithy one-liners throughout this that may or may not get annoying. We'll see.
Oh, I cannot wait for these two to interact.
So where we open, your team of 6 at this point. Oh, that's right. Wait, you didn't mention that George is coming.
Oh yes, I am accompanied by Elder George. Elder George is sometimes going to be traveling in a net that I strap to myself because he has some mobility issues now, but he is important to our quest. He knows the way to go, so we'll be getting him there come hell or high water, or low tide, I guess, for us.
Awesome. Also, I do recognize that playing as a non-gendered species is gonna potentially end in some pronoun switching. So bear with all of us.
If somebody slap me or something, it'll be I'll try to remember.
Great. So where we're starting. You are all, I'm kind of imagining like eyes peeking out of the water about, a quarter mile out from this town with this giant dam. You don't know the name of the town, but what you know is that they have built this huge dam. The town sits kind of up above the water, so there's a wall, but the wall doesn't start quite at where the docks are. There's sort of a steep hill that then comes up from the coast. Then there's a wall, and the dam is a little bit behind that. But the town sort of sprawls out from the edges of this river mouth. And what you know is that this river is kind of the North Star for your trek. So essentially this river does a little bit of winding, but if you were to follow it all the way up into the highlands beyond, you would be able to get to this lake, your ancestral lake. But there's, at the moment, people in the way. So what you are doing right now is you're a quarter mile away, looking at this town, and, heads peeking out of the water. It can be whatever time of day you want. What do you think? Night? Daytime?
Probably night.
Probably night, considering it's not really going to impede us, I would say.
And you are deciding how to make your approach. So, talk amongst yourselves. What do you do?
Well, look, I think we should just go and talk to them. I'm pretty sure that they would be super cool with just letting us pass. We have no proof that they wouldn't like us. We're super nice. The humans are super cool. We could all just hang,
If they were super cool, they would not have built this giant wall impeding us.
I agree. They have clearly put together some defensive plans here. I don't think they would have done that if they were to just freely admit us into their town.
You don't just
you can
put
see
barriers
off in
in
the
people's
distance.
land if you're not trying to capture it. It's a preemptive strike.
They have to breathe air, right? So they have to, build structures to live on. I don't think they were purposely blocking us out,
Clarice says, they do have to breathe air. Yes.
Huh?
And actually, as you are looking at it, you can see that along, there are actually boats coming and going from the piers that are jutting out into the water. And you see every once in a while a highly armored person walking, big sword at their side, torch along the docks, and you get the sense that some of those torches along the wall up higher also illuminate or are being used by similarly armed people.
Isn't that amazing? They can just like carry light around. So cool.
That's not cool. It's inferior. They can't see at night.
Yeah, but then they made their own light. They're so smart.
They're weak and frail. We should take them.
But look at the shells they have. I don't know what type of armor that is, but it seems unwise to do a direct confrontation.
Listen, if I can hunt and crack open a turtle, I can crack the surface dwellers.
I think it's shiny. I want some. I
You
found a
always
piece.
want shiny things.
I do. I found a piece the other day, and I put it back in my cave, and it looks so good. Sometimes when it catches the sunlight and the moonlight, and it does this like twinkle thing, it's so neat.
Talon kind of swims up a little closer. If I may, it sounds like you're sort of at an impasse about what to do. Should we vote? Should we figure out, a compromise?
Yeah, we could totally compromise. I think that we should start with like a peace conference. A compromise.
We don't
Maybe.
even know if
Okay.
they can talk our language.
They
Maybe
probably
as
can't.
a compromise, we can maybe find one human, maybe somewhere not exactly in their pod that they have here, but perhaps on the outskirts.
And you do see that the docks are, the docks are they're a long expanse in front of this town, and they are not heavily patrolled. Like, they are extremely lightly patrolled, so it would not be hard to either approach one of those armed individuals or somebody else on the docks and try to talk to them without, attracting the attention of everybody.
Well, if we're going to talk to someone, maybe not the people with shells. They have pointy things that could go badly if they don't like what people say or just attack us.
I'm okay with that. I think that's the soft ones that don't wear the shells. They're probably really nice.
Well,
I
let's do
think
it
you're
near
going to
the
die
water so
first.
we can get back home if we need to.
All right, so what type of person are you looking for? Somebody on a boat? You want somebody just on the docks?
Yeah,
Be
just like
fishing
a
at
dock
night?
worker. Yeah.
A dock worker.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. There is a woman, not to necessarily have a concept of that, but burly, who has just exited a ship and is, has a crate over her shoulder, and you can feel free to basically, like, this happens when you get there, and I don't know who's going or how you're approaching her, but you can feel free to catch her at a time where she's not going to be like in a lot of direct light or like surrounded by people. So how are you approaching? And who is-
Can we make sounds? I assume we don't speak human language, but can we make sounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm because Zaxos is like, this is a terrible idea. Zaxos is going to like follow under the water because the water obviously isn't an impediment for us to see. So that Zaxos can be like, haha, you fool, our trap. When it of course goes wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about, first of all. And Mariel would definitely offer to make first contact. This is their dream, so they're pumped if people let them,
Ahum is going to stay in the water because he doesn't want to scare the little fish. I mean, humans, whatever they're called.
So I think we have one Olka climbing out on the dock to make an entreaty. Yeah, what are you doing?
I find like I take a fork, probably because Mario has a fork, and I hold it in one hand, and with the other hand I do this because I've seen them do that a lot when they're approaching each other, and I assume we make like sort of dolphin sounds. So I do like a and I just do it a really creepily long amount of time at this like dock warmer.
Okay, yeah, give me a target 3 check to be nice to her, like have her not freak out.
Throw the crate at me or whatever. Okay, well for sure, I think that would be captivating.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, so that's at least 2, and then probably I don't know, charismatic.
Wait, let's see, because you're okay. Oh, I don't have your new character sheet.
I'm an entertainer.
That's right. So you always pick up 1. You get 2 for entertainer.
Oh, sweet.
And then what's your specialization you're using from entertainer?
Oh,
captivating, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then do you have a quality charismatic?
Charismatic.
Right?
This is my exact thing. So what was that for?
That's 5.
5. Nice.
That is 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Highlight these all. Hit roll. Nailed it. Okay. Whoa. I have 6 stars and 2 spirals.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so captivating.
Oh
Look
yes.
at me, look at me.
Sing your siren song.
Literally.
So yeah, she stops and sort of slowly puts the box down.
Oh, God.
And she says, "Hello, creature." And waves. You actually those words, they don't have the same like pronunciation. Like your language like definitely is meant to be spoken underwater and has kind of a lower tone to it. And this sounds more like a dog yipping or something like that.
Yeah.
But it is comprehensible. You do understand that she says hello to you. However, off of the boat, 2 more dock workers also are carrying crates. And did you come? I'm kind of assuming you came up from behind her. So now you are basically between 3 people.
Sure.
Who are kind of staring you down and waiting to see what you do.
I try and give the lady the fork.
And for a moment, she grabs her. She grabs at her dagger, her worker's, dagger, and then she extends a hand and receives the fork.
And then I start just pointing to the direction we want to go, because I have no idea how else to communicate.
Well, it sounds like we speak the same language.
Or can understand them at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I can understand.
As
I
you are
can't
pointing,
communicate, right? I can't say anything.
You can say things. Why would you not be able to say things?
No.
It's your language too.
Wait, what?
So
Somehow
basically,
we're all
when
speaking-
she talks, yeah, it was a similar language to your language.
Oh, so I could just talk to her.
You could just talk to her.
Oh
yeah.
shit! Then I'm like, "Hi, I knew you were so cool. Hi, my name is Mariel. I'm really excited to be. I've spent my whole life really wanting to talk to a human, and you look awesome. What is that box? What does it do? It looks amazing. Does that come from the tree? Did you do that? That's amazing. Oh, I have a mission. We need to go. You said north? We need to go. And I say it in a way that's not north, but I say it in the way the opposite end that the sun rises or whatever. in some cool like abstract way that like somebody who doesn't have a word for north would say. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool, right? You'll just let us go. That'd be amazing. Oh, do you want some shells? I could get you some shells. How about some coral? What do you need? And I just like fangirl.
I don't have much use for shells or coral. The box has potatoes in it.
I don't know what that word is. That sounds amazing. What do you do with that?
You cook them and eat them. You want to go north?
Yeah, we can just go, right? No problem.
I wouldn't go through the city.
A city?
And the city. That's Platinmouth.
I don't know any of those
but-
words. Is that what you call your pod?
It's what we call our city.
Okay.
We I don't think you would be particularly well received in Platinmouth. You might want to go around.
But how?
Well, there's, if you go far enough down the coast, you can climb out there or something.
But why? We just need, we won't bother your pod. We just need to go through.
Well, I admit my first instinct was, if to throw my dagger at you.
Throw what?
My dagger. She pulls out her dagger.
Oh,
you.
it's really
Puts
shiny.
it back.
Am I able to see her pull out the dagger from under the water?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So
Shink.
at that point, I'm just gonna you can't jump out of water, but I imagine like we can breach kind of thing. I'm just gonna breach with my little harpoon in hand, and
Are you threatening her or are you attacking her?
I'm just trying to look scary and be like, stop messing with my friend, but not actually saying anything because I don't know that I can speak to them yet. Just
right.
kind of like how like a cat hisses at something to be like back off, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think what happens there is she startles and like thinks about whether or not to put away her dagger, and then does. The other dock workers, though, put their boxes down and like eye you. Like they get into like crouches, and they're not pulling any weapons on you, but they're looking suspicious at this point. Jana says, what is that?
What? Daxos?
To you. Yes.
Oh, yeah. They're like a little on edge sometimes. Don't mind them. It's fine. They're sort of like the, and I'm trying to say like security, but I don't really have a word for that, so I say something like safety force. But they're cool. Like I said, I'm the official friend of humans. That's my title, and we just need to move on through. And
how many of you are there?
Right now there's 8 of us. We're at like a scouting party. We just need to make sure that we can be safe on the other side. We can bring you gifts. What do you need? We can get you anything in the ocean. What about crabs? Do you like crabs?
I'm partial to crab. Yes, I'll
Oh,
crab.
we
Now you're giving them more food. This is not how this works. We need the food to survive.
I'm gonna swim
wow,
up and
that one
just put
talks.
my head up from the water.
Yes, I talk.
How many of you are there?
8.
Look,
I probably don't have fingers.
Look,
There's 8 of us.
I'm not in charge of things that the city does.
Of course,
I'm in charge of unloading this. Yeah, that's right. I'm in charge of unloading this boat. So, my advice to you, and then she like yells at her coworkers, get your hands off your daggers. It's fine. My advice to you is just don't, especially don't bring that thing in, but don't try to go through the city. I don't think it's gonna go well for you.
What's a city?
It's the thing behind us.
We were here first.
I mean,
why you put wall in our place?
I mean, I didn't build the wall. The walls. You mean the dam?
Big wall.
The dam. Yeah, the dam helps us create a pool of water for us to use, and also it kind of helps us with crops and helps our city, stay safe and stops flooding.
You
It's a
just
dam.
put walls into places where things live. You don't look for them.
Well, I didn't. Once again, I didn't put the wall there. I'm not in charge of anything. But
I know.
yeah, I mean that's sort of the MO of us. Hey,
Your MO is putting walls in people's places of living. That's not a good thing to do. What's an MO?
I'm going to swim up to this point.
I don't know. I
and-
just say the
and
letters.
Thank you, human, for assisting us. Mariel, perhaps we should take her advice and go further down the coast.
I mean,
Mariel, I'd take this one in. Maybe I can't guarantee that you'll be safe though. Like I'd have to give you the guards, and then they'd have to decide.
wait.
But-
Wait, everybody, wait. I have the best idea. Could we put whatever this you put on your bodies, put it on our bodies, and we can be like humans and put your shells on our bodies, and then we just go through, and then that's it, and no problem, huh?
Mariel, I am not a hermit crab.
But just for like one moonrise.
Okay.
Are you
Mariel,
asking me to sneak you through the city by
Yeah.
stealing from the city guard?
I don't know what that word meant either, but you
Mariel,
could just.
we're small and have different scales than they do. This will not work.
I think she's asking for, not for the hard shells, the soft shells.
Yeah, the soft, the like coral they wear on their bodies.
Oh, close.
Yes.
I'll if you
Why
Amy?
why do you want coral on our body? It'll make it harder to swim.
Yes, but it'll make us look like we're a human, and then we can move through their pod, and nobody will know. And then once we're in their coral bodies clothing, did you say? Then we can make friends, and then they can be our pod too.
How
Okay,
about we
but
save
again,
making
we're
friends
small.
until we...
And
Well, I
our
appreciate-
scales look different.
Well, I appreciate your help, human. Perhaps we save making friends to after we get Elder George where they need to go.
tell you what, I'd like to go back and get these crates unloaded. They need to be taken up right away. That ship over there, and she points well down the line. That ship is in for the evening. It's probably still got some crates below decks that have clothing. That's what they trade in. You could take some if you wanted, or you could not. And I'm just not going to tell anybody that I saw you. How's that sound?
You are a very interesting creature.
I'm really not. I'm really just trying to get this crate.
You think everything
Back up.
shiny on the bottom of the
warehouse.
sea is interesting. You're not a good judge.
Yes, I do.
Fair bargain to you, human. Thank you.
She hoists the crate, puts it on, walks, and then the two other dock workers kind of like edge around you and continue on with their crates. What are you doing
I
now?
distract them with my harpoon as they leave.
Mariel, how about we follow her advice, or follow their advice?
Wait, whose advice? The humans or
The hu-
Zaxos?
The human.
Oh. Oh, and go take the clothes from the floating tree?
I'm still not comfortable with this idea, but
What does the elder think we should do?
yes, Elder George.
If we came aground far from the river, could we make our way back to it? How deep does this city go?
I do not know. It is difficult to tell from here. We might need a seagull's vantage point.
Mariel has that pesky critter that she keeps around for some reason. I have to keep feeding it.
Yes, I do. Apparently, I have a pet seagull. Look,
Oh, you have a pet. We've decided you have a pet seagull.
can I have a pet seagull?
Yes, but it can't talk
That's fair.
or communicate with you.
Okay. I mean,
Are there any tall trees or anything? I guess there's
Yeah,
just
off away from the city. You could maybe climb a mast. But the city's I don't know. It's probably 4 stories up to the base of the city wall. And then so I would think you'd actually need to get like away on the sides. I mean, that being said, if you looked at it from a far enough angle, like you swam out and you looked, you would be able to see kind of the contours of it. And it is reasonable to go around it. You'd be going like through woods and what looks like fields with some like smattering of houses distributed throughout, but you could get around the city.
How about we do the best of land and water? We take the shore route. We will take the clothes so that if humans see us, they think that we're humans, but we go around their sea? No, that's not right. City. There we go.
City.
Well, if someone's going to get clothes, let me. You all make too much noise.
I have a question. I have 2 questions. Okay,
course you
Mariel has 2 ideas because of course they do. Here are the 2 ideas. First idea. Y'all, so I haven't quite decided what my voice is, so it's just going everywhere. But what is that? Is there, I guess this is the question more for the GM, but do I see a grate, like a sewer grate? Is it possible to cross via sewer?
Ooh, there are sewers, yes, that empty out into. I mean, you can like very, very easily, I think, based on underwater viewing, understand where these go, or at least where they empty out.
So not that like that's ideal to like swim through what's in sewers, but idea
Right.
of the first. So Mariel is like, I have dove all divin is not a word. Dove all around this city, and there are like grates in their city walls, and maybe we can swim through them. Second idea, the floating tree that regal human pointed to, perhaps we can climb it. It's got a very tall tree part with the coral in the middle. I would assume it has a mast, the boat.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm so full of ideas. What about one of those?
Do we want me climbing or stealing coral from them?
Maybe both. It's the nighttime, it's the moon phase where we know the humans can't see very well. Isn't that funny?
They are less active during the moon for some reason. It's weird.
Well, where's the nearest of these holes that you've seen?
We should investigate the holes first. If we can use the holes, We don't need to steal the coral or climb the tree.
Yeah, you can find along the coast, like sort of flanking the city on either side. There is a grate with an opening that's about this big. There's a grate in place. You would have to break the grate. But there is a steady flow of disgusting water coming out of it that is full of gross stuff.
I will not bring Elder George in there.
You see, I told you these surface dwellers are bad. See what they do to our water. This is terrible. What even is this?
Did you acquire clothes, by the way? Did you go and get clothes too?
No.
We haven't yet. No,
Not yet. We went to
that's the plan
investigate
that Ahum would like to do at some point.
Yeah, but we were like, let's investigate the grate first. Maybe we can skip the clothes.
Look, I'm just
it
spitballing
does
here.
appear to be an opening,
Yeah,
but Ahum does not want to take Elder George through there.
that's fair.
In my like survivalness, would I think that it's even like safe to go in through this yucky water?
So I think that like your species is probably somewhat like comfortable in muck places as well. Like lakes can get pretty gross. So, and I think that even borders on like being able to go into swamps and marshes and things like that. So it's gross. It's a little grosser than something you would be comfortable in.
Okay.
But it's not like, you're not a dainty species unable to, crawl around in muck.
I agree with our home. This should be maybe last resort. This net thing looks sturdy as well. I don't know how we'd get it off.
I could probably rip it off if I need to, but yeah, let's.
I'll go climb the tree.
Steal those clothes that they were speaking of.
It's a heist now. Yes.
And then Zaxos, you can scout ahead for us if we go around, and Mariel, if we find a lone human, you seem to be able to talk with them quite well, so perhaps we can use that to get more information.
So I'll climb the tree while you steal the coral is what we're doing.
I like it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We swim over to the boat.
Okay.
Stealthily.
So you can get on. The boat is uninhabited, and you can get on no problem. You don't see any
guessing
crates.
like there's like maybe like an anchor we can like climb up or something.
Yeah, or like netting on the side.
Okay.
It's relatively. It's not that difficult to get up onto the boat. And it's night. I think people don't see you. There's no crates above deck, but if you can navigate to below deck, there are some crates there that are full of clothes. I want to know what clothes you find for yourselves.
I mean, what kind of clothes are there? Are we talking like, I don't know, like uniforms? Are we talking about like nice like silk robes for royalty? What kind of clothes are on this boat?
I think you can tell me what they are.
What do you think, y'all? I don't know. I feel like what's the funniest thing? Like, I think it'd be more funny if it's like royalty or something. If it's really beautiful, like silk robes or something. Because if they were just like
like
military,
flowy tunics, and like
because you'd stand
really
out like crazy walking through the city, right? Like,
or like equally like Mariel finds like blankets and thinks those are clothes.
I was about to say, I find a bed sheet because that's the only thing that can.
Yeah.
Both me and Elder George as I'm carrying them.
Wrap yourself up.
I try to find like the second hood or something, give up and just grab a second one.
Zaxos, give me a check to perceive something.
Okay. So that would just be a straight roll then, or?
So, okay. Pick up one die.
Okay.
And then up to 2 if your main profession is fully applicable. I think it is. Survival Scout.
Okay, yeah. So it'll be 3 altogether.
Yes, but also your special talent as a species is electrothermoreceptors. Right. So go ahead and add an extra die for that. It's 4 dice against a target 2.
Okay. Oh, hey, I can select them all. Okay, cool.
Oh, look.
Okay, so I got 2 spares, 2 spirals, and 1 star.
Ooh. So the spare and spiral offset. So you got net 0 on that. And then you fell short of the
Sorry, I got 3 spares. Sorry.
3 spare, 3 spare, 2 spiral?
3 spare, 1 spiral, and 1 spiral with a star.
Oh, okay. Okay, yes, right. So, okay, you failed, but you got 1 net spare. How would you like to spend your spare as a light, like, bathes the stairwell down to the lower decks, and then the footfalls of somebody wearing robes like start to pad down?
Can I say they're drunk and oblivious?
I will allow them to be drunk, but not oblivious, because you were rolling a check to see whether they noticed you.
That's fair.
So person like breaks the plane just inside and sees you all dressed in your various clothes, wrapped in bed sheets or blankets or finding what have you. What in the hell is going on here? And then
nailed it.
I think at that point, seeing a bunch of fish folk dressing in weird clothing in their lower deck, pretty sure he turns and just tries to bolt up the stairs.
Yep, bye. Okay.
I chuck my harpoon at him.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Roll to attack him.
So I figured dexterous would add to that.
Yeah, and I think Survival Scout, you also get your full on to throw the harpoon. Okay. So that's 4. And this is against a target 2. He's running, but I mean, he's not running that fast.
And I'm not necessarily trying to hit him. I'm just trying to like sort of pin him, kind of thing, so he can't get away.
Okay. Then I think we know what spiral is going to be spent on.
Oh no.
Oh no.
1 spare, 2 spirals, 1 star.
I believe you are our bad roll absorber for the evening.
Of course.
Both of those have been low odds things. Sorry, you said how many spare and spiral?
1 spare, 2 spiral, 1 star.
Okay, so 1 spiral. Yeah. So what happens is you throw the harpoon, it just barely hits in front of him, and he trips over it and yells loudly, "Ah!" And the lantern he was holding hits the stairs and lights them on fire. And he's a little on fire and is scrambling to get out. What does everybody do?
So is there a way out of where we are right now besides the stairs?
There's a hatch above you that is meant to be opened from the top.
Okay,
and stuff loaded in with a rope.
Important question. Do we, as aquatic dwelling beings, know what fire is?
I think yes, and I think one of the reasons why is because you do go on land, and lightning can hit trees. Like there's
Okay.
fire probably holds a different place in your mental picture than it does for humans, but
Okay.
you know what fire is.
Okay.
All right. I think I'm gonna try and ram the wall of like is it the outer hull that's right next to us of the boat?
Yes.
All right. Time for big fish to do big fish things. I'm gonna try and smash through the side of the boat so we can jump into the water to safety.
Okay.
Hulk smash.
Smashing through a boat. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a target 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you rolling?
Clutch Guardian.
Yep.
Guard XO,
What does guard XO mean?
like executive officer. Basically, second in command. It's a fancy way to say that. I don't know.
I think that's like what is defensive architect? I actually should have read this.
I helped make the defenses and shelter our clutch of eggs.
Maybe that
I'll give you-
helps
I'll
him
give
find
you-
like a weak spot or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is defensive architect seems,
Okay.
seems right there.
So that's 3 there, and then I am very big.
That's right. That's 4. But you also pick up 1 automatically,
Alright.
so that's 5 dice.
You can do it.
It's a
buddy.
target 4. It's low odds, but
Oh man, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 2 spirals and 2 spare, so just 5.
and just so you know, you can always net them in your head and only report which one
Okay.
you have remaining. So 0 remaining. So the fire hits the stairs, starts to spread, and Ahum goes up to the hull in just like a random place. And you've seen ships; they seem to be quite big and sturdy. Are you trying to ram it? You're trying to push through it, right?
Yeah, I need to get enough momentum in order to maybe I'll pick up something heavy and use it as a battering ram or something.
Okay,
If there's
great.
available.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will just shoulder charge through it.
But he like smashes into it, and there's like a crack and a little bit of a compression, and it looks like it's not gonna give. And then they put their the back into it, and it just pushes the plank out and fully snaps it off, and water begins to rush into this vessel from beneath.
Sweet.
What's everybody else up to? You can hear yelling from the upper deck too, as he's as whoever this gentleman was is yelling and running away.
He's in more
Is-
trouble than we are at this point. Now we're just
Is,
like, hey,
is,
bye.
is there like a bucket nearby or something?
Yeah, you can find a bucket down here.
This is probably a terrible idea, but I really like my harpoon. I want to try and take the bucket and use it as a shield to try and run to grab my harpoon. To try and
Okay.
deflect the fire away enough for me to get to the harpoon. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean you can do that. I think you can retrieve your harpoon at this point without getting lit on fire.
Oh, okay, yeah. I want to grab the harpoon.
Okay. Yep. You pull it out.
Okay.
The fire is still kind of spreading, but the water is gradually rushing in here, and you could take
Yeah.
that bucket and just throw it on the fire at this point.
Oh, I don't care about the service dwellers. Screw them.
What is your plan now as a group, though? Now the ship is in dock, but it is sinking.
I'm going to try and open the hatch while it's still floating.
Okay. The hatch that goes upwards.
Right.
Okay. Yep. After it's taken on enough water for you to reach up and do that.
Yeah.
So the ship starts to sink. What's everybody else doing during this time?
I'm gonna get out, but I'm still gonna grab the sparkliest garment that I can find, whatever that happens to be, and take it with me. But I'll just swim out of the hole. But I grab this.
I think it needs to be gilded tassels that are really for curtains,
Yeah.
but they're
Very
so
Gone with the Wind
super
of me.
sparkly.
Yeah. yoink, and just like swim out the hole, because at this point, like, I don't understand what a boat would mean to anybody. So I'm like, oh no, the tree is sinking. Okay, off we go. Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we probably like we've probably seen some shipwrecks and skeletons of poor crew members trapped inside or something.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would, first get Elder George out
Correct.
through the hole. Then just to, make sure our entire night is not lost, I'll grab a crate and kind of shove it through the hole.
Okay. Yeah. So you get some clothes out. You get Elder George out. Everybody else is filing out through the hole. And Zaxos, you open up the hatch to the top. What are you doing now?
So I'm trying to still complete the second part of why we came to the floating tree and trying to climb to the top of the tall tree with the coral on it.
Great. Yeah, give me a check to climb, actually.
Okay. So I figure maybe dexterous and maybe adaptable. Dexterous and adaptable, possibly.
You can use one quality at a time.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So,
But I think you probably get I think you get 2 dice from Survival Scout. That makes
Okay.
sense to me.
okay. I mean, climbing is a thing I probably have to do, so on a regular basis.
Yeah. So I think that's 4 dice total.
Okay.
This is against another target 2, which is the bane of your existence so far.
So far. Oh my God! What the?
Oh no.
Okay, so if I have stars, do I call those out as well or no?
Yeah, you just say those are the number of hits, and
Okay.
then yeah.
Oh, okay. So I got 2 hits and 2 spirals then for the net.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
You successfully climb to the top of the mast, and you can so as you are coming up, as the ship is sinking, you hear the merchant gentleman have to kind of jump to get to the dock, and there's a tumble and a thump.
Yeah.
And then as you're climbing the mast, you hear him running through the darkness. You can see him as he hits the various spots of light cast by torches.
Right.
It's running away down the docks. And you get to the top of the mast. You can see whatever it is you want to see. What are you looking for to get the kind of the outline of the city?
Yeah, I'm trying to see an outline of the city and see if and see if it looks like there's a place where we can cross, kind of thing from where I can see,
Yeah, so what you can see from here is the outline of the walls going back
right
to the back of the city, and you can see that the dam, behind the dam is this unmoving black pool of water that's quite
Okay.
wide, wider than the river is below the dam.
Yeah.
And then eventually it becomes a snaking, black line in the distance of water.
Okay.
So if you could climb up the dam, you could kind of go straight through under the water.
Right.
But other than that, you get enough lay of the land to understand how you can skirt around the city.
Okay.
But also, you see that this running gentleman almost slams into, or sort of bumps into and gets caught by one of the armor-shelled individuals. And then there is a quick conversation, and then there is shouting and the waving of a torch. Basically, it looks like a guard has been summoned.
And the boat's still sinking, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming I'm in the crow's nest right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to crouch down and try to hide in the crow's nest with just my eyes above it, and wait till it's sunk enough that I can just kind of jump out into the water, and hopefully they don't see me until then.
Yeah, I mean, you have a little bit of time right now
Yeah.
before anybody gets to the vessel, and the vessel's sinking relatively quickly.
Right.
I think you can escape before they get there.
Okay.
you can jump out and
Yeah.
swim away. Where are you all going?
I would say just,
Besides-
100 feet out or something, just kind of underwater to regroup.
Okay.
Yeah?
You meet back up underwater, 100 feet out.
Look what I got. It's
that?
so shiny. It's like human coral that they put on their bodies. Plan still on. I could put this on my body and walk through, and then I could make some human friends, and then they could come back, and then we could get you all. It's on, right?
That's not.
Clarice,
I turned to Zaxos. Why did you throw that?
He was running. I panicked.
You know it's worse to kill one shark than 10?
Well, funny you mentioned that because now the hard shell ones are coming with more of their portable light and they seem angry.
Exactly. Ugh. All right. Well, I'm sorry, Mariel. I don't know.
I was trained when things run, you throw the harpoon at them.
That is fair. Perchance we need to avoid the humans for at least a little bit.
Well, good thing is I was able to climb the tree and I saw where we can maybe go to get around their big tree city thing.
Do tell.
It's like that way. It's a long swim, but like their wall has like made a big giant black pool, but like we have to climb the wall to get through it. So we could go this way and like swim down the coast. But they've trapped a bunch of the water up behind the wall. I don't know why.
Deeper
Weird.
lake.
Yeah.
I'm really
But
bad
the
with
good thing is like
geography,
if
so I
we
don't
can get
understand.
to the big lake
So
they
what happens
made,
when you-
it splits out in a bunch of other places. So there's plenty of travel. We can just get there.
when you make a dam, you usually trap a reservoir of water behind the dam, above it. And so that's what Zaxos saw, probably for the first time, which is like, normally the river would just come through at like a relatively even size, but this like, there's like a trapped man-made lake behind this dam. Which is all kind of within the bounds of the city, although it stretches a little bit beyond the city. And then there's farms and stuff.
So all we need to do is climb this wall, go into the man-made lake, and follow that lake into the sea on the other side.
Up the river, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd eventually get to a point where there was flowing river.
Or conversely, from your description, I think we could like go around the outskirts and like go the long way and get in that way overland, kind of.
Yep. So it's either climb the dam or go overland, basically.
Or go through like woods where we have no idea what we'd come across.
That's right.
I vote finding a way to climb the dam. I'm sure we can build I'm obsessed with coral tonight. I don't know why. Coral. But if we make a coral ladder.
Ahum, you do protecting things. Wouldn't it make sense that like if they built the wall, now they're going to be like trying to defend it more now that they're angry?
I like that Stella really wants to go through the middle of this city. And Bria really doesn't. That is the central argument.
They're angry. They're going to attack us. This is not survival safe.
I still think humans are the best and we could be friends, but look, we can take a vote.
Okay. So
Ahum, you're the deciding vote.
go around or go through. I'm sorry, Mariel. I have to vote for go around at this point.
Okay.
But if we do have these disguises now, these clothes, so we can
A couple of bed sheets and a curtain.
maybe a few moons down the road we can, or down the current
Yeah.
whatever. We can try to talk with another of these humans to get information, or maybe to see if we can figure out a way for us to live together. I don't have much faith in that, but if there is somebody who can do it, it's probably you.
So you're going overland, is the vote. Okay. Yeah. Then I will assume that you make ground somewhere relatively uninhabited, and you can head up the coast, and it very quickly transitions from coast to a little bit of field to woods. A thing I will note to you is that your coverings that you have made for yourselves are very heavy and wet and don't look that good anymore.
Oh yeah,
at least not most of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zaxos would be like, no, this is stupid. I'm not wearing whatever this is. This is gonna mess me up. Like, screw this.
I wouldn't wear it traipsing through the woods. It was just like if we were going to like interact with humans to try to be a human, but if we're going through the woods, I assume there's not going to be humans a lot anyway.
Like, if I can, as we're going through the woods, like I want to try and I figure like I'm somewhat familiar with like local wildlife. Try and like avoid usual game trails, kind of thing.
Oh yeah. And in fact, why don't you roll me that basically the check to move unnoticed through the woods and avoid game trails.
So survival scout and maybe dexterous again.
And stealth. Yeah, and stealth applies as well.
Okay. So 5.
Yeah. And let's we'll put this against a target 2.
Hopefully I can succeed finally without getting spirals.
With 5 dice.
Why? 2 spirals, two hits.
Oh, that's good. It's target 2. It's target 2.
Yeah.
You still get spiral.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to spend your spiral on something cool. Actually, well, I don't know. Are there people active in the chat right now? Pretzel Rocks is going nuts.
It's just the jukebox.
I haven't seen anybody chat. Yeah.
If anybody wants to pipe up and give us some ideas, otherwise, it's all good.
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, here's what I'm gonna do because we can demonstrate this mechanic.
Okay.
I want you to take the moderate stress of exhausted.
Okay.
And the reason for this is that, like, you have done a great job tracking this stuff down, getting ahead of the group, making sure that everything is safe. But also it requires you to range back and forth over and over and over.
And this was after I climbed the strange tree already earlier. Yeah.
That's right. You've been taxing yourself at this point.
Okay.
And could potentially use a rest. So the way stress is clear is usually you have to take like a substantial rest in order to clear them.
Okay.
Whereas injuries take longer. So you make your way into the woods, and like it is a very weird phenomenon to be navigating within trees because you really can't see that far. And there are things above you that you can't see that normally if you were in water, if there were things above you, you'd be able to see them.
Yeah.
It's just, it's dense and it is claustrophobic.
And like sound travels differently too, so it's weird hearing things.
Right, yeah, all sorts of different creatures making noises. But you are, held together, traveling as a group. You feel like you get pretty far and you can start turning back towards like the river.
Mm-hmm.
But you do reach a game trail. So like at some point, Zaxos, you have to
We have to cross
you
over.
have to. Yeah, exactly. And I will tell you in the background, maybe I'll just narrate that this happened. So like you're like avoiding these trails, and you pick up on one of them, and you discover a very gnarly giant metal clamping contraption. And point it out and stay away from it.
Right.
And you actually see a few more of those in the distance, like as you are trying to navigate away from the areas that are being hunted.
Okay.
But at some point, you got to cross a trail, and you happen to cross this trail at a fortuitous moment, or at least a interesting moment. Like you see it ahead. You get that there's bent branches, trampled ground, and a stag whips by in front of you.
Ooh.
This beautiful horned creature, and darts off. I mean, unless you want to throw a harpoon at it, it darts off.
Do it.
I mean, it's running, so it's going to get chucked at.
Oh no!
Bambi.
No.
Yeah, this is a target 3. Roll to hit it.
Okay. So survival scout and dexterous. So 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, wait. Let's stop for a second.
Okay.
Everybody has 2 luck for this
okay.
session. So please fill in 2 bubbles for luck.
Okay.
You can spend those to get an extra die on a roll.
Okay.
So remember that. Should you ever want to get an extra die on a roll in the near term. But this is a target 3. Because this thing is moving pretty quickly.
Okay.
And you have 4 dice.
I think considering I'm hungry and I'm stressed, I'm gonna use one of the luck now actually. Because we need food.
I'm sorry, target 3.
Why? Would we eat
5 dice.
red meat from being fish?
It's probably the best meat.
Yeah.
No, I'm a vegetarian fish.
You can be a vegetarian fish, but I feel like your people probably eat whale if it is available.
Just delicious whale.
Oh, yes. Okay. Cool.
Oh no.
All right. So I have 6 stars and a spare.
Oh my goodness, what do you want to spend your spare on? You're gonna ace this thing.
Can I say I hit it so well that it doesn't just get hit, it just falls over dead?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Whoom. The thing runs in front, and definitely Mariel is like, oh, and
Zax
everybody
is
else
like,
kind of notices.
"Oh."
Oh, look. And just cleanly gets it through, I think, the neck, right? That's where you generally aim?
For deer, yeah.
Thump. Drops. What do you do now? Are you going to skin it and eat it?
Yeah, cook it up.
Like blood.
Zaxos has found food. We eat.
There is a noise in the distance.
We look around. What kind of noise?
And then following on that noise, you hear heavy footfalls from many-footed creatures or multi-footed creatures,
Oh no.
and dog noises.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You just disrupted their hunting party.
It's a
Now
school.
we're fucked.
What do you do?
Everybody hide.
Climb a
We're
tree.
playing. Yeah.
Okay,
you're climb trees.
Yeah.
Try to.
Who's the worst at stealth?
Yeah,
that's
the big
you.
man.
Okay. Roll me a check to be stealthy, and if anybody can tangibly help, they can add an extra die. They just got to tell me how they're helping and invoke equality.
I have some questions to tell you.
Hold on a second. I got a kid popping in
No
here.
problem.
Wants to ask me some-
How could I don't think I can. How can you help somebody be stealthy? That's hard, right? It's not like
Well,
I have
I mean,
magic.
we
Point out
could make a
a place
distraction
to fight.
somehow.
I could.
Yeah, or a distraction. That could
Okay.
also work.
Yeah, I'll probably, if I see them coming, pick up like a rock and throw it somewhere. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if I see them approaching,
I don't think you can hear us yet.
if
Sorry, I can hear you
Okay.
now.
Okay, so if I see them approaching and I see Ahum like having some trouble climbing the tree stealthily,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up a big rock on my way up and like toss it like not so if they're coming from behind us, I'm gonna toss it off to the side. I'm trying to send them off to the side.
Yeah, and I'll do the same thing because like we're both quicker, so we'll try and like make dispersed noises away from where we are.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see how this goes. I think this will be a target 3.
Okay.
Ahum, you may take the extra 2 dice.
Cool. What can I use? I definitely can't use big. I don't think I can use diligence.
Big is, yeah.
Those are detriments,
Yeah.
if anything. Can I use any part of Clutch Guardian?
Yeah, I'll give you a partial for Clutch Guardian. So that's 2 dice total, plus the 2 from your friends against
So
the target
that's
2.
That's
4.
Four's good.
Four's good.
4's good.
All right.
4's a good
I
number.
will burn a luck on this because why not?
Yeah, no, it seems important.
Go for it. All right. Well, I got 2 successes and a net spare.
Okay.
Nice.
Not good enough. Good enough.
Yeah. Sorry, did I say target 3? I didn't say
You
target.
said target.
You said target 3, yeah.
Oh dang, I think you said 2 as
Yeah.
well. Shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with it too. If you wanna.
No, I don't think so.
My hearing's poor. I don't know.
But you got a net spare.
Correct. Yes.
So they're probably gonna find you. But what do you want to use the spare on?
In a fit of desperation, I will throw the blanket around me and Elder George. In a surprisingly convincing, display of like a robe of some variety. Like by fortune, I chose a brown bed sheet, and it got muddy when we were dragging it along the river or whatever, and I throw it over myself, and it looks kind of like a monk's robe.
Okay. So got it. Okay. So I think what that means is, you climb a tree like everybody else is attempting to climb a tree, and this hunting party of
Oh no! The anticipation.
This is great.
The hunting party
Dramatically appropriate
approaches.
pauses.
So
A
dramatic.
monk in the tree is worth 2 in the hand.
Yeah. So good. Okay.
So you climb the tree. This hunting party, it has 6 people, a horse, with 3 dogs, and all of them are wearing like really kind of shiny, nice clothes that look like a little bit like ornamental armor. Like they aren't as big of shells as you saw on the guards, but they look like fancy.
Yeah.
And like they get there and they see this downed stag, and immediately like the leader was, damn. But also
they see
then,
it and the harpoon that's not there. So.
That's right. But immediately Mariel and Zaxos throw rocks and they look off into the distance. But then you fall out of the tree.
Oh, no.
And you stand up wrapped in robes, looking particularly mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
But they all turn and look at you. And the nice thing is you've diverted the attention from anybody else in the group. So everybody else at this point is well hidden.
Okay.
The leader, looks at the stag, looks over to you, turns his horse towards you, trots forward a little bit. What are you doing in these woods?
I am meditating.
Did you fell this stag?
No.
Then who did? I was chasing it not but a moment ago.
I saw something fly out from the bushes, but I did not see who threw it.
And like the dogs
Can we hear them
like
talking
on leashes.
From where we are?
Yes, absolutely. The dogs are on leashes and are like straining at the edges of their leashes and like barking at you. And a woman trots forward in, she's also wearing nice armor, and she has like a big. He's got like a smaller bow, but her bow's like kind of very large and looks particularly fancy. And she looks at you and says, "Traveler, why don't you show your face?"
I have a vow that I must not do so until I have completed my atonement.
And he says that this stag was felled by somebody else. What brings him to this area of the woods with our stag down? Why is he walking through our woods? And the leader says, "Yes, I think it would be best if you showed your face. Give me a roll to convince them that you're..."
When they started insisting, I'm actually going to drop down and
Okay.
and try to like scurry off the other way.
Ooh, nice.
And I think because since I'm trying to save another member of my tribe, this would actually invoke my principle.
Ooh.
The tribe will survive.
Oh yeah, and you are sacrificing. Okay, yeah, no, I like it. So they're gonna be distracted for sure.
Yeah, like
You
I'm just
drop
drop down and be like, "Rah!" and like scurry off.
Oh,
You know.
shit.
Give me a roll to get away.
Okay. So I've got dexterous and stealth. I think would apply to both to that.
Dexterous, stealth, yes. Survival scout, yes. So that's 5 to start.
And then
Yeah.
what's the principal do?
+1 for tribe must survive.
Okay, so 6.
So you have 6. Yeah, and this is
Okay.
against a target 4.
Okay.
But they're going to be distracted either way. This is just to see
Okay.
whether you get away.
Right. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So, 3 hits and a spare.
Yeah, basically, you managed to run pretty far, ducking between trees, and weaving back and forth, and you're sliding down like little mini hillsides and things like that.
Right.
But eventually, they round on you. Rest of the party, Zaxos has bolted and drawn away all of these horse riders. The last of the woman eyes you, Ahum, before eventually riding off behind everybody else. Zaxos, they catch up to you. What would you like to use your spare on?
So the dogs were already straining before, and now they're having to chase something else, and so the dogs start fighting each other amongst each other, just nervous energy and
Yes, absolutely. They're really amped up and they start fighting. You are still like, so the two individuals controlling the dogs are like having to kind of turn around and like get them under control while they're fighting with each other, and they're baying and jumping all over each other.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now?
I
Creature,
would run out.
stop. Oh yeah, Mariel, what are you doing?
I would definitely, like, after this happened, run after and be like, wait, humans, I can tell that you are the most important humans. You have so many shiny things on your bodies. It's incredible. You're going to have to tell me how you do that. Please, we're just, hi, I'm Muriel. I'm of the Okana. I forget if that's the right word, but it is now. And we're just trying to move through your lands because we need more water. And we live in water. We don't even live on land. We don't even want your land. These are really scary creatures. Can you control them? Can you speak with them? Anyways, please don't hurt my cousin. They're a little feisty, but we just want to be friends, right? We all want to be friends, right?
We saw the big thing with pokey bits and thought it was attacking us. And we were trying to protect ourselves.
All right, give me your. So number one, you're running up behind them as Zaxos is like they're wheeling on Zaxos to interrogate them. You're running up behind them. They now are like turning and looking over their shoulder at you.
Doing what I think is the honorary greeting.
Give me a roll to convince them to let you go peacefully.
This is all my good shit, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think your principle definitely applies because you're putting yourself in danger.
Yeah, why can't we all just get along? For sure. Quality, charismatic, and captivating. So three extra anyway. Yeah. So 4 total.
So that's 6 total.
Oh, 6 total.
6
shit.
total.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I get 2 for the main profession. Right. Amazing.
Right.
Okay. Hold on. Let me open the dice.
What's the target?
I'm gonna put it at 3.
Okay, I can do this for sure. Okay, roll.
Oh.
Oh, I got 3, and then I get 1 spiral outside of that.
Okay, that's good.
So I succeed, but something goes wrong, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You succeeded at a cost.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you start talking. They are listening to you. And you kind of like when you were running towards them, you got the sense that there was other running behind you, and you weren't exactly sure why. Mm-hmm. And you like just see off in the distance that Talon has just kept on running. Like Talon is just escaping and going north, but like bolting north. Ahum, you see this happen as you are. That's right. Talon's doing what they're supposed to do, which is keep going. Ahum, you see this happen. You got George. I think Clarice is back with you, so it's the 3 of you. Mariel's there behind the horses. Zaxos is in front of the horses. But they look at you, Mariel, and the particularly severe woman says, "So I suppose these little things killed the stag. You know, there's supposed to be another stag just east of here. Why don't we go check that one out?" And then they all sort of wheel around, and she says, "Get your dogs in order." And the 2 two handlers like start pulling on the dogs, and they start going again, and they just gallop off away from you.
Nailed
All
it.
right.
And there is a moment of peace where you can all come back together, except Talon is running north.
Okay, maybe you're not entirely useless, Mariel. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was well done. Thank you, both of you. I apologize for my failure at hiding.
Yeah, that was some
Well,
pretty bad tree
you're
climbing.
big. you climb with all limbs, not just your arms. I know you only use your arms most of the time. You have to use both.
Oh, okay. All right.
Never
well,
skip
I'll try
leg
not
day.
to fall down quite so far.
Well, they left the creature so we can eat at least.
Oh, look, more visitors.
That is true. But when you round back on the creature, your harpoon is gone.
Uh-oh.
They took Harvey.
Oh, no.
And that's a pretty-
I just let out like a fish wail into the night.
It seems like a good place to take a break.
Okay.
Right on the whale, like, zoom out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Amazing. All right, everybody, we're going to take a, what do we call it, 10-minute or so?
Okay.
And then we will be right back. We'll see you in a few.
All right, sounds good.
And we're back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a very special Spiral Dice Sapio System One-Shot. We're bringing you back in to show you some amazing art, first of all, that was made for this particular one-shot. Jon, tell us about this artist. Yeah. What would we cook food as underwater folk? Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Therefore, we do. Great. Sure. Love it. Agree. Oh no. Yeah, but I'm also concerned that Zaxos is tired, injured. We've all been walking for nigh on what would you say, 6 hours or something, maybe more? Um, like, mm,
You do have it as an ability, so you can roll for it if you would like.
Yeah.
Okay. Then roll to make a secure and delightful camp.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, it was totally my bad. I didn't turn everyone's audio on after the break, so we need a quick recap.
Oh no.
Oh,
We're okay. I'll do it because it was totally my fault. Sorry, everybody. we're gonna break. We're as characters also taking a break after we took that break as players. Oh my god! Glad I'm a fish person. I can't blush because yeah, that would be embarrassing. Yeah, we've decided even though Talon's run off the group, you know, with some pushback from whom the group is going to. It's breaking dawn. We've decided that we probably shouldn't walk during the sun hours, so you didn't miss a lot from my error. Thank you for letting me know. So the group is gonna have a little break.
All right. What does making camp look like before you roll?
So I'm figuring like I'm gonna try and get like leaves from bushes and like sticks, and try to make like a hovel for us to kind of be protected and try to like camouflage it so it looks like more bush, basically.
Can I help?
Yes.
Yeah. What can you do?
I got defensive architecture.
You can help make it sturdy, and I'll collect things in camouflage.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, I will, work on breaking down wood or something, and then putting in, secure positions, and just making it a, try to help. He understand, or they understand more about ways to camouflage up here, is what I'm guessing. So I will go with their suggestion of camouflage techniques, and I'll focus on the sturdy kind of structure thing.
I kind of imagine that Zaxos is like, "Can you give me that stick over there?" And then you just like break a small tree and hand it over, and Zaxos is like, "No, the stick that was next to the tree."
Yeah.
But yeah, Bria, you can take an extra die for Ahum's help.
So
and this is, I mean, like
shelter building.
I think it's probably a target 1. Let's just see if anything weird happens during the night.
Okay, so how many altogether? So I've got 1, and then +1, and then survival scout and shelter building. So 4. Okay,
Yep.
5.
5. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how terribly this goes, judging by my previous rolls.
It will be impressive if you fail to get this one.
Oh, okay, cool. So we got 4 hits and a spare.
Perfect.
Great. What do you want to spend your spare on? So you all work together to make a wonderfully disguised bush fortress for all of you to bed down in during the daylight hours.
So what one of the ones is it says someone recalls an important piece of lore, and I feel like maybe like with everything that's going on, maybe George like remembers something that can help us based on where we are, possibly, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So George says, I think that we are far enough north that we could probably tack back to the river. And if we got to the river, we could conceivably swim up it until we need to exit it at the Crescent Mountain. There don't seem to be as many people up here. We should make back that way as soon as possible.
The surface dwellers were like attached to those larger stompy things. Maybe they don't come out this way without the stompy things.
Yes, the horses. Those are they've tamed them and they ride them in order to move much faster about their very overlarge territories.
4 horses, that sounds terrible. See, these surface dwellers are not nice people. They destroy land and subjugate creatures of the land. It's not good.
But maybe they don't know. Maybe they can't communicate with those four-legged creatures, so they think that maybe the four-legged creatures like giving them a ride.
I mean, don't
I'm
we?
not saying they're smart, I'm just saying that they could still be friends.
I mean, maybe this is something we could learn from them. It seems very useful to be able to travel faster. Perhaps we could do something similar for ourselves.
Oh, we should ride whales.
Yeah. Certainly would be useful for that.
See?
George says,
At that point.
George says, our kind have ridden whales before. They do not like it.
Oh,
Well, maybe
The whales.
If we trade food with them, they'll be more like to let us borrow them. Or Ahum could like attach nets and like they could carry us like he's carrying you because he's big and you're small and like same idea.
Might be difficult to get them to go the right
what?
but maybe.
And it's Clarice, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Clarice says, you know that we're all migrating to a lake, right? And there aren't whales in lakes.
What are we supposed to eat then? Just fish?
Lake fish. Yes.
Is it good?
Many
has to
think
be.
that it's better than sea fish.
Well,
The
We'll have to
elders
see.
lived
No
there
whales.
for many podlings. That it has to be good.
lake.
I hear that there are more humans that live near lake than live near sea.
And George says, long ago, we were a people of the lakes and marshes. Before we were driven out. We are predisposed to eating lake fish.
What did the driving out? This doesn't sound good.
Well, there were events long time ago. They say that the humans may have caused our kind to leave, or maybe we simply grew tired of inhabiting the lakes and we migrated south before they got here.
But
But
they seem like they're
they've-
going the opposite direction of the lake, and they just want to keep the lake cooped up. So maybe they're done going lake way. Maybe they go away from lake, so it'd be safe again.
let us hope they expand that direction, yes.
Come eat,
Everybody eats. And
except Mariel, who
you
eats like berries or
I
something.
found
I'm
some
guessing.
friggin' berries, okay? I'm not gonna eat this beautiful creature. I'll eat fish that are like, like crustaceans. But Mariel would yeah,
Even in their crustacean band? What?
yeah, that's fine.
Can I kind of like try and like make a hat out of the fur?
wait, you want a fur hat
So
or
weird.
a fur hat?
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, you can definitely. Actually, I mean, yes, you could make a serviceable hat.
Okay.
And Marielle, the thing is, you do know how to make that hat a better hat
Yeah.
because you are an oddity collector who is
Tinkers with
also a
everything.
tinkerer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't, because this is
But
funny.
It's like, but I don't, because this is terrible.
Yeah. This is amusing, and I'm an entertainer first, and this is entertaining.
So you camp. Those of you that have stresses, feel free to clear those.
Yeah.
You eat. You are undetected throughout the daylight, and then as the daylight fades, you can set out again. You making your way to the river?
Yeah, and so when we get started, I'm gonna like go over to Mario and like give her like just the really crappy hat and be like, I made you this because you saved my life.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. What I'm gonna do is not wear it just in case it gets damaged in all our travel, but it's great. I like tuck it in some sort of. I presume we carry things of some kind with us. More sounds in the forest.
Yes, that's right. Oh my goodness, that is.
That's a good thought. We wouldn't want it damaged.
Definitely would not want it damaged. And at some
I
point,
knew there was going to be a blood-curdling stream during this stream, and this is the time of blood-curdling streams.
Yeah, it's great.
It did. The bang wasn't loud enough that anybody fell off of anything high.
Oh, that's
So-
good.
Yeah, they're just getting amped up on each other, which is fine.
Sure.
The humans are celebrating the successful hunt.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, so we head
You head towards the river. Except as you were heading towards the river, Talon is running back towards you. It's like right at the point where you're entering. You're exiting the forest. You're sort of getting into fields, although this is not a farmed field.
Okay.
And there's just Talon running across the field towards you, like very obviously exhausted and afraid. Help.
Talon, what's wrong? What happened? Where'd you go?
And then you see across the field, Stella, you can feel free to share image B.
Oh no.
Just like
5 seconds.
breaking out of the underbrush is a big mammal. Oh no, not that one. Sorry.
The other
Next
image
one.
B.
I might have. The other image B.
Image C, perhaps?
Yeah, probably
that
image
looks-
C.
That looks right. Okay,
So
give me a
I
second.
am
I will
looking
switch
at stream to see what this creature is.
it. Oh, the anticipation, am I right? Okay. It's coming. Image C.
But yeah, so it's big. Its fur is brown and black with with gray shot through it. It looks kind of like. I mean, I don't know how much interaction with badgers you would have had,
Yeah.
but it is
Yeah.
like a giant mix between a badger and a bear.
Honey badger don't give
Um,
a fuck.
Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible.
It's really cute, though, gotta be honest.
I think a lot of things Jack draws are really cute.
Somehow, like,
Yeah,
I know
no,
it's
that-
scary, but it's still cute.
Yeah.
But it starts loping across the
Uh-oh.
field towards you. And to remind you, Zaxos,
Yeah.
you are missing your harpoon.
Right.
Uh,
No, I have a plan.
What is it? Yeah, what does everybody do as it approaches?
Okay.
I'll give you
okay.
some time to say what you're gonna do before we move into an action sequence.
Okay, wait. There were these metal claw teeth things back in the forest. We should lead it around that and get it caught in one of those so we can escape.
How far away have we gone from the last time we saw one of those?
It's been a ways, several hours travel.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh.
Zaxos does kind of know the deer paths and stuff, so you could still give it a try to do that, to run from this thing and run it into one of those. You just have to find a new one.
Yeah.
All right. I can try to distract it, or at least lead it that way, while you scout ahead and see if you can find one.
Okay.
If I can take it down, then I take it down.
How close? Oh, this is what I do. I try and literally if it's standing next to a tree like this, I try and climb the tree super fast and see if from above it I can take the deer hat and put it over its face to try and blind it.
It's not next, so it's not next to a tree right now. It is loping across a field at you.
You could lie and wait.
Yeah.
You could attempt to lie and wait for it.
Okay. Right away, my first instinct was to climb a tree because I'm fast and not a fighter. So I'm definitely more of a flight person, fish person.
Mhm.
So I would climb a tree, and if I can get it to come that way, then I would try and like drop it on it. Because I don't have anything, I don't have a weapon, I'm not tough, strong, but I am quick.
Okay, so Ahum, you are attempting. Are you just engaging it?
I guess I'm trying to keep my distance, so keep it at the other end of my trident. But I mean, if it tries to go after one of the other party members, I will strike. If it goes after me, I'll just try and kind of pull back.
Okay, so your goal is to tease, get it continuously following you and poke at it.
Yeah, just try to buy time for us to either see how tough it is.
Playing Matador.
Yeah,
that's right. And Marielle is climbing a tree, and Zaxos is scouting for equipment to get it to run into.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, you're sort of at the edge of headed towards farmland, and so to a certain extent, this might be the best place to look for that stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find something that I can use to make a trap with, basically.
So I think I'm going to have Zaxos roll first, and then we're going to jump back to the action.
Okay.
So roll to run off and find a cool trap.
So I figure survival scout and adaptable.
Yes.
Okay. So
that's
4.
1, 2, 3. 4. Yep.
Okay.
And that's going to be against a target 2.
My Bane. See how are you? Oh, okay, cool. So 3 and 2 spares.
All right. What do you want to spend your spare on?
I want to say instead of finding something to make a trap, I just found one that's it's there, but it's not sprung open. So it can still be set up.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you managed, you book it off into the trees. Everybody else is getting set for this thing because they're not as fast as you. And you get to the edge of the forest edge. And immediately you're looking around and you look right behind a tree and you see one that's already been set off. That's closed, and you can grab it and start heading back towards your group.
Awesome, yeah. Okay.
Marielle, the trees are sparse, but you can climb one. The rest of the group is kind of trying to run after Zaxos to try to basically they're not as fast as Zaxos, but when Zaxos comes back, they'll be behind them. With all that in mind,
hide. As I'm going back to the other people.
I think the scene is that, Ahum has backed up. Marielle has climbed a tree that's just a little off behind Ahum. And this thing is now bearing down. Ahum, what exactly are you doing?
So what is the creature doing right now? Is it going after me, or is it going after Marielle?
It is going directly after you, as you are the closest thing, and Talon has now passed you and kept running. And it raises an arm to swipe at you.
Okay. I will try to
kind of runs in and then.
And it's faster than me, I'm guessing.
It seems to be pretty fast from its loping run.
All right. I'll probably then do a quick jab and then try to pull back, just kind of throw it off balance.
Okay. Roll it. It's target 3.
Okay. So I got Touch Guardian.
Yeah, how would you like to assist?
If I'm sort of right above in the tree, I just want to break a branch off and stab down at it, same action. Just try and get it in the eye or something. It's not gonna but maybe I can catch its eye with a branch or something just to like get it off kilter.
Yeah. You have a quality or specialization you can use.
I would say that one of them's like, hold on,
Or you can use
acrobatics.
a side profession.
I've got acrobatics.
Yeah,
there
acrobatics
we go.
is appropriate.
Nice.
It's kind of like baton twirling.
Yeah, like in a tree, just being like click, like yeah.
You're like chucking something into the space. That's totally good.
I guess most importantly, the like leaning out from the tree,
Yeah.
like the holding on and
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like Cirque du Soleil a tree.
Yeah.
All right, Ahum, what do you got?
Clutch Guardian full because this is combat situation. I like to do Guard XO because I'm part of a plan. I'm trying to buy time for my team to do stuff.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna do actually Diligent instead of Big because I'm trying to just keep this thing distracted rather than muscling my way in. I got assistance for 5 and then 1 base for 6.
And one for me, assist.
Great.
Oh,
Yep, I got the assistance for 5. Yeah.
Oh, you already did. Okay.
For 6, yep.
Nice. 6 dice. Let's
Target
go.
3.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no. Please be good.
Is it good? Is it bad?
I got 1 success
Oh no.
Oh no.
and 2 net spare.
Okay.
All right, so I
it's-
fail on keeping it off balance.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Spare. What do you want to spend your spare on?
Oh man, that's horrible. Let's see here.
Yeah, that was a really bad roll for spare.
Can I make a suggestion?
And all
for
the the fates in my path. Yeah. Okay, cool. So 2 spare. So by failing, does that necessarily mean that the bear is gonna hit me?
Yeah, you're gonna get hit. I mean, consequences dictate. You
I
gotta
guess
get
I'll
hit by
spend
the
1 spare where I get hit, but I roll with it or whatever and manage to get back up on my feet and don't lose my weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another spare. Do I have to spend a spare so that Elder George is not in danger?
No, you don't. But you generally spend all your spare on one thing.
Okay, then I'll spend all my
so
spare.
I will say you are even better than that. It hits you like it is tossing you away. And number 1, take a moderate injury, slashed
Oof.
across your arm and chest.
Ouch.
Oh no.
But you managed to tumble, protect George, and get into a good position. And it has mostly moved on because Marielle has been poking it with a tree branch.
Yeah.
And now it is Marielle's action. So what are you doing, Marielle?
I think that. Oh man. I feel I'm not a fighter, but I feel like I'm freaking out right now. So I think I would try to jump off the tree and land on it piggyback styles, and stab
Okay.
Go to the rodeo.
Yeah, because I'm ah! Ah!
I will give you a partial on entertainer for that.
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
that's fine.
it is a sight to look at.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess Tinkerer doesn't count for making an improvised weapon? Or does it?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
Maybe
go down
acrobatic
through
for trying to flip off the tree and do a fancy landing on the thing.
That's
So to
under
take a
entertainer,
moment
though.
to talk about action sequences. So
Yeah.
we're in an action sequence. The way an action sequence works is just slightly different from normal action, which is that there are rounds and turns, and within a given round, everybody who's there has to take a turn.
Yeah.
And when you invoke something on your turn, you can't invoke it again until the next round,
Okay.
because Stella already invoked acrobatics for
Whoops.
Marielle's
Gotcha.
thing.
Okay.
acrobatics can't be invoked again.
Okay, I mean, I'm being pretty captivating by jumping on its shoulders, I imagine. So that's my half entertainer. My like 1 instead of 2 type thing.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
As you're. I was also kind of envisioning that like entertainers got to like stick their landings on
Yeah,
stuff.
totally.
Yeah.
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 I probably like
You got your
ride the
dice.
whales in like a show, Cirque du Soleil style, you know. Anyways, okay, so I
And-
get 2 only, I guess.
Well, don't forget you got.
And do you have
got the
any?
luck
What are your
die.
2 qualities?
Charismatic and curious.
I don't know
I
about
don't-
that. Yeah.
This is not at all what I would do, but like, I can't just stay seated in the tree, and there's nothing. I think that I like probably see Zaxos coming, and I'm just trying to like with whatever in their hand and being like, oh, I just have to keep this here for another minute because they've
You
got a
got your
solution.
luck die you could use.
Oh yeah. Well, that's only one.
You have luck, and Ahum could help
Okay.
if Ahum
I'll
wants to
use
help.
my
But
luck. F it. So that's 3. That's not too bad.
I mean, I definitely want to help, distract the bear and keep it off balance. So I'm
okay.
around for that.
4. That's not too bad.
Which means it will notice you.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course it knows me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you can throw big in, so that's 4.
Okay. Let's roll these.
And
suckers.
as a reminder to the audience, helping always exposes you to the consequences of. So basically, like, if you had not helped, then I might spend spiral on something else. But if you help, I might spend spiral on hurting you or doing something to you, which is a gamble when helping. But Stella gets an extra die. So
Okay, rolling. Oh, I did great.
Target
I
3.
Well, it's okay. I'm huge. I hit. What? 6 times. That's amazing. But I have 2 spirals, so.
wait, you
definitely-
got 6 hits?
Yeah.
Nice.
single-
Wow.
Like a single star, a double star, and then 2 in a spiral, and then a single in a spiral.
So you got a net 2 spiral.
Oh, wait. Okay. Wait.
How many?
Shit. Don't just the
Wait, no,
spheres
how
and
many-
spirals way off each other?
Correct.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
then I got-
I wasn't listening to the spiral spare
Oh,
math.
yeah. 6 total hits, and then
Okay.
just 2 spirals. No spares.
Oh, okay.
So like I succeed, but like that
Um,
happens, I guess.
Oh no.
Oh.
Complications.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Ahum, rolls, and the thing almost forgets about them, and then Ahum, puffs up and steps forward, and this bear sees them in their peripheral vision and turns just at the right moment for Mariel to land on it and keeps stabbing it with the stick. And Mariel actually, on like the 3rd stab, because they're not super adept at it, but on the 3rd stab they manage to get the eye.
Nice.
Oh no.
But then I think the bear throws you, take a minor injury,
Ooh, that's fair.
Oh no.
tumbled.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you land, get thrown off, but the thing now has a large stick sticking out of its eye and
Okay.
is swinging it around. And I think it probably swinging its head around, the stick falls out, and then you've got blood.
Okay.
And it is at that moment that, in the distance, Zaxos comes back. So Zaxos is way off behind you, but with a shout or something like that, you can perceive that Zaxos is at the edge of your, is way away from you.
I found the trap. I found the trap.
Great. Okay, hurry up. It
It's
sucks.
happening. It's happening. I'm coming.
Please run faster.
Stella and Ahum, what are you doing and who's focal? You can continue to try to beat a retreat. You can continue to try to engage this thing. You just nailed it. So
I would climb the tree again and try and continue like to just keep swatting at it. Like, I'm not gonna get in its way again because that hurt. But I will try and like keep it in place. If I can just be above it and just keep swatting at it and just be above where its reach is, to try and keep it in place because I see Zaxos is coming.
And at home, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try and just lead it my way, unless it looks like it is focusing on Mariel, and then I'll like go full, dive in, stabbing.
Okay.
Well,
Who's focal for turn 1?
Okay.
What's up?
I was gonna say, because at home you would have heard me say that the trap was heavy. I was trying to like throw it at it and be like, "Oh, help!" without being direct about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if everybody's on the same page about this plan. That's what I'm hearing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like basically, what would a whom do? Yeah, I think it's more. I want to make sure we don't lose anybody. So if it takes the trap a little bit longer to get here, that's fine.
That's fair.
But if I
All
can
right. Ahum is definitely focal then. So now the bear turns. I think the bear is generally turning a lot of directions at this point, and of course bleeding out of its eye. But you can feel free to stab at it while it is in those thrashing motions.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll it.
I will.
This is a target 2.
Okay. I mean, we'll do most of my stuff that I had last time, minus the moderate injury, minus the I don't have help for this.
So now it's a target 3. Hey, it's bumped back up to what it was last time.
Can I help
Oh,
again,
so
or
I
no?
still keep the die. I still keep the die, right? It's just a target number 3 instead.
I think on this turn you're climbing the tree
Okay,
again.
no problem.
Okay. Let's see here. Can I throw martyr? No, martyr would be if I'm like completely thrown. But I'm still trying to keep my distance, so I think just 5 dice. So, go for it.
Just 5 dice against the target 3.
Only 2 and 3 spirals.
Mm.
You guys should have stuck to the plan.
What the? What?
Yeah, the plan was I was gonna go get a trap and we were gonna trap it in the thing.
Sure, we're still kind of trying to do that. I don't.
Yeah, so go ahead and take another moderate injury of the same kind
Oh no!
of slashed, which bumps it up to 1 severe injury.
Ruh-roh.
Oh no!
And that's just the attack. You get like basically flipped by this thing. I mean, Ahum is big and is distracting this creature, but this creature's quite large, and it turns and swipes again at Ahum. You get flipped, and your trident goes
Uh-oh.
away from the direction that Zaxos is coming from.
Oh no!
Mariel, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I think I really don't have much else to do except for. Is it still just under me, or has it moved?
It is still basically in the same place, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep trying to do the same thing and swack it with my branch, but I'm gonna be really loud now and be like, "Hey, you're ugly. You're stupid. Look at your stupid fur. You suck. And your eye's bleeding. And look at me." I'm just trying to be like, look at me, don't look, because I see that my friend's super injured. I'm trying to give them a chance.
She's
to,
doing
away.
Bard stuff at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just making
Yeah.
Bard moves.
I'm a bardfish.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're trying to distract it, bring it to you,
Yeah.
and also stab at it?
Yeah.
Give me whatever that is.
Oh no. New round though, so I can use my you
can use everything.
I mean, that
acrobatics.
definitely sounds like captivating too.
Yeah. So 2 for entertaining, because of captivating acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, oh god, 1. So that's 3 total so far.
4.
I guess that's probably, would charismatic count because I'm being loud and boisterous, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, 4.
Because it is you're sticking this thing in a loop. I think that's 5 actually.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Right, because you always take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
nice.
And it's against the target 2 because this
Okay.
thing is injured and pretty messed up for the
Look
moment.
who's the only one injuring this thing so far. Okay, 5. just saying.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. but I'm doing
Ahum
most
is
damage.
providing the distraction.
Okay, so that works out to like tons of 5 successes, and it evens out to net 1 spiral.
Okay.
No, it works. It's like
It
who's the
works.
tank, Mario's the DPS, and I'm like the mage
Yeah, sure.
or something.
You are gonna take a minor injury
That's ouch!
Um,
I hurt now. That's not good.
of I guess like cut up because
Yeah.
basically here's what happens. You keep stabbing at this bear
Yeah.
from the edge of this tree branch, and the bear is like trying to get through it. It's like a branch that keeps hitting it, but also it recognizes that this is an actual threat, and it walks over and pushes the tree over.
Oh shoot!
Oh no!
Uh-oh, there goes my plan.
And its face is clearly cut up to the point where it's like now actually in like serious straits. But you come crashing down with the rest of this tree branches on top of you.
Yeah.
Zaxos, why don't you give me a check to get there and get set up?
Okay. So I'm figuring, dexterous or adaptive, one of the two. Tribe must survive because now like 2 of my people are hurt.
I'll let it happen. That works.
And with survival scout. play at
Survival
all?
Scout is a running thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that's 3, 4, 5.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
And this is a target 2.
Okay. And so this is basically like to get there and set the trap up, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, cool. 4 successes.
Flat 4.
Yeah, because I had 2 spare, 2 spiral, so
This tree is tumbling to the ground. Ahum has just been thrown backwards, but you run in the meantime, and at a reasonable distance, you set the trap, crank it open,
okay.
and it is all set. And now it's a new round, so whoever wants to be focal first can. Who would like to be focal first?
I'll go focal because I'm not injured. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, what are you doing?
So, are there like pebbles or anything nearby? Like just something dislodgeable?
You can
on the
find a
ground?
rock. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like stand like behind the like bear trap me, kind of thing. And
Yep.
and like just to start chucking rocks at it, try and get it to come towards me, thinking that like it
Alright.
seems like it's having trouble seeing, so maybe it'll like just charge at me and
Give me. Yeah, that makes sense. Is anybody helping? Can anybody help?
I honestly can't think of because I'm on the other side.
Okay.
I'm on the ground
Yeah.
and broken. I honestly
I
can't
know
think of
mine.
anything
Yeah.
I can do.
Thrown that way. Am I thrown in the direction of the trap? Or
You're sort of off to the side. Like imagine that the trident went away from the trap. You went perpendicular, and the trap's over there.
yeah, no, I need to spend a turn getting myself back up and
Yeah.
rushing myself.
So
Everybody
it's-
else is in an out situation. It's all you then, Zaxos.
All right, so I figure it's new turn. So dexterous, tribe must survive, and hunter.
Yes. Yeah, Hunter Chef. I think survival scouts. I mean, it gives
Okay.
you more juice. You should use
Okay,
survival
yeah,
scout.
sure.
That's. Tribe must survive.
Because I'm potentially sacrificing myself to keep everyone else alive by being a target.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it. That's fine.
Okay. So 5 again?
5 against a target. This one's target 3, though.
Okay.
Because you got to beckon it to you.
Ooh, okay. So good and bad. So 1 success, but 3 spares.
Okay.
Here's a
What do you want to use the spare on? Basically, it like is still searching around for Marielle,
Yeah.
and so the like pebbles that are hitting it in the face, it's already been barraged by so much stuff.
Yeah.
It's not coming. But what do you want to do with your spare? And it can be a relatively big thing.
Can I say that the spare managed because I'm throwing pebbles at it, I managed to like completely blind it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
That seems reasonable.
I mean,
Okay.
you said a big thing. It's only got one eye left, so.
Right. Yeah. No. It like it's got the blood streaming out of one eye, and you hit it a few times, and it's like rummaging in the tree, but it looks back, and the rock that was already in the air when it looks back just hits it right in the other eye. It's not like it like pokes that eye out or anything,
Yeah.
but it can no longer see, at least for a good like 30 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, but it doesn't come towards you. Who would like to be focal now? You have a fully blinded bear. One of you's under a tree. The other one has been tossed away from their harpoon.
Strong fish person, just check it into the trap. Like, I don't have the strength to do that, but maybe we can tag team it. Tag team hockey check it into the
How
trap.
far away is it from the trap right now?
It's 20 feet. 10 feet. I don't know, Zaxos, how close did you get the trap?
I mean, probably I would say like 10, 15 feet, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna like hobble behind the trap and like yell as loud as I can, and like I know that sharks go after blood, so I'm hoping that the scent of blood from all the stuff that it's done to me will attract it over to the trap.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Great. Roll it.
All right. Cool.
And also, I would say, so this is like a target number 2. You only have to increase it by 1 because I think your injury doesn't like fully apply. Like,
It's
the
helpful.
yelling is not impeded. Maybe the hobbling is impeded a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I'm gonna use
yeah.
big, because I got big lungs.
Okay.
Yep. Clutch Guardian.
Those big fish
obviously.
lungs.
Uh,
Yes.
I don't know about my specialties at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Can I assist by following their lead? Like, comedically, I get up and I'm like, yeah, let's check them. Nope. Okay, we're doing this. And then just basically follow their lead and be like, over here.
Yeah, so Marielle, I think like your scramble would be incredibly enticing. So yes, you can toss in a die. Just
Nice.
you have to invoke an element to do it, but
Okay.
it can be anything.
I mean,
Entertainer is reasonable.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 5 dice. Here we go.
All right, 5 dice against a target now 3 adjusted by your thing, right?
Still cannot get to the correct amount. I only got 2 successes.
Oh, come on.
2 net spiral.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I think at this point, you're gonna take a knee. I think you're kind of winded. You might be out of this battle. That being so, take a minor stress, which is just winded.
Just please
That
tell me
being
he
said,
doesn't
this
like
thing-
trip into the trap.
Oh my god.
You do not trip into the trap.
Okay.
You're already bleeding a good amount. I think this, like, so Marielle, now that you've all gathered behind the trap,
Mhm.
essentially you can make a choice, which is this thing has now been sufficiently injured and blinded that I feel like it's gonna probably try to just go.
Mhm.
And you can choose whether you want to attempt to entice it into the trap or not.
I would let it run. I'm sure Zaxos would probably try and chase it down, but if I see it starting to just run off, I'd be like, great, cool, fine, bye. Like, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I think that, so given that you're at the end of the turn, I think that basically, you just, it's like not following you because it's been blinded, and it sort of like feels its way around and then starts loping slowly off in the other direction.
Bye. You sucked.
You won! You beat it!
Huzzah.
The trap never successfully deployed, but,
It's a
maybe
good
that was
thought,
for the
though.
best.
So question. So in my
Yes.
survival scoutiness, would that include like theoretically like oh, I got injured while hunting, and so I might know how to like basic treat injuriness?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna like try and like get like some dirt and some leaves and try to like patch him up so he's not like gonna bleed out,
Yeah. Please roll to patch him up.
Okay, so
And I think adaptable applies reasonably.
Okay, yeah, and then I'm not really sacrificing anything, so yeah.
Right.
So 3.
I think it's 4 total, right?
Okay, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. And
Okay.
then that'll be against a target 3.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So good news and bad. I got 6 successes and 1 spiral.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, take that injury down to a moderate injury.
Okay.
And I think that basically, like, in order to patch this up appropriately, you are going to have to stop for the day and
Okay.
hang out here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But you know what? It's not that bad of a tax. You're going to lose a day, and then you're going to get moving.
Yeah.
Um,
And we've got a trap now, at least.
you have a trap that you can take with you. Do you disarm it by like doing the stick stab to it?
Yeah.
So narrating forward a little bit because I want to get to the next beat.
I figured we can like
You
use, like,
successfully-
down tree for cover kind of thing.
Oh yeah. You like this field is actually relatively uninhabited, and later when you go by the like farmstead here, you realize that farmstead can only support like 2 acres of field around it. Like this is the type of place where now you're up in subsistence farming zone, not communal city supplying farming zone. But you make shelter. You basically you lose the day. You aren't that far into your day, but Ahum is injured.
I also
needs to
have a major
recover.
injury, yo.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because I got hit by
Did
the
you
bear
have a
and then I
minor
fell out-
injury?
No, I got hit by the bear and then I fell out of the
Oh, you
tree.
have a moderate.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, wait,
Moderate,
but
yeah.
there's different things, right? So they don't. So because you have 2 boxes for minor injuries,
Oh, okay.
I think you end
Never
up
mind.
with 2 boxes filled for minor injuries.
2 minors. Okay, sorry. I thought they
Okay.
just stacked, but they don't. Okay.
But you know what? During that
Nice.
time, because it was 6
Okay.
successes, I'll let you clear one of those 2.
Okay, maybe.
Nice.
So you can
Cool,
pick
cool.
one to patch up and clear.
I will. patch up
But basically,
the-
everybody needs to nurse their wounds.
Yeah.
And actually, Talon was a little bit wounded too, and so
Yeah.
Talon needs to recover as well. So everybody just has a moment to decompress and wait. And now you feel like you're beyond where the humans mostly are. So you can chat about it, or you can, mostly be stony faced and quiet as you recover.
Mariel never not chats.
Yeah,
That's how English works.
How are we not going to chat with Mariel here?
Oh my god, what was with that beast? I don't understand. I've never seen one of those before. Was that normal? I don't get it. How does I wonder if the humans can train those. I wonder if the humans sent that on us. That would be so mean. Oh my god.
I've never seen anything like that. The whole time I've been on the surface, I've never seen something like that. That's not good.
Clarice says, large beasts like that need a wide area to roam around in and gather food from, and so they're unlikely to be on the islands and coasts that we typically venture along.
Like a shark.
Maybe that's why this weird place is empty of surface dwellers. Maybe that thing ran them off.
Could be. Ugh. I just kept expecting it to wheel away, but I guess they don't do that up here.
No, it was very
Not a shark.
I'm going passes.
It's actually true of bears versus sharks, I think. Bears don't stop.
But which do you think would win?
Like
This
I-
beast or a shark?
a shark.
I think it would depend on the terrain.
I mean, yeah.
And do they have time to plan beforehand? Okay.
Shark front.
So you break camp, and it's actually a relatively easy trip to avoid being noticed and get to the river.
Yay!
And
Okay,
you
cool.
can trek along, basically, like, you can swim up the river a long distance up to the point where it hits the foot of this, I believe or people call it the crescent-footed mountain. And it's basically a mountain that is like a little hollowed in the front, so it forms a little bit of like a crescent when you look at it. The river goes left, and you go right, so you have to exit the river to go around this mountain. And now you're up in like kind of a little bit craggy, a little bit field-like highlands, rolling hills. Oh my goodness.
Wrong one. Sorry. Keep going.
No,
Yes,
it
sir.
came back.
Uh,
No way.
Just keep the bear up there. It's a traumatizing bear. So you go right around this thing, and now you've exited. Looking for
Back again.
B? What are you looking for?
Hey, aren't we showing the mountain now? The picture of the mountain?
Oh, well, sort of. But I mean, you are going to show. Basically, we're going to get to the point where I'm going to narrate image.
All right.
What is now image B?
Okay.
But you exit the water, and now you're hiking up and down along these hillocks, and in a relatively mountainous area, and you break into this high valley. There we go, and Georges says, "This is it. It's here. This is our lake." And you look down at the lake, and it stretches out below you. It's framed by mountains kind of ringing all around it. It's this giant lake that has lots of space, like almost like a sea. You cannot see the far shore of it, but you get a sense from the curvature that it's not so big that the far shore is so far beyond where you can see, but it's a big lake, plenty of room. probably plenty of fish to sustain your entire community. But perched on the edge of this lake is this tiny fishing village, and there are a few fishing boats out on the lake.
Okay.
George says, "This is it. We're here."
So we'll have to deal with more humans, maybe. And
Oh.
we're sure there's
I
more
suppose.
fish here as opposed to the ocean. I feel like the ocean is bigger.
Is there enough of like a vantage from like where I saw before that like I could reason that where this is backs up to the dam?
So this does not connect to the dam as a
Okay.
waterway. This
Okay.
lake is independent. The river that you followed turned left and you went right away
Okay.
from the river, and that took you to this lake.
Okay.
Well, look, it's only a little bit of
Wonder.
humans. There's less than them there even will be of us. I think we can talk to them. I think we can. I bet you they're like that other really nice human who live near the water. I think it's just the people who
Yeah.
live away from the water that don't like us, right?
Well, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it did seem like as long as you don't throw things at them, they're talkable too, maybe. Which is strange. I don't trust it, but maybe.
I can go talk to them. I'm really, as you can tell, so good at talking to humans.
Should we make sure the lake is as good as we think it's going to be first?
I can go check and you guys wait here because like we don't need you getting hurt more.
Well, I'd prefer to be in the water rather than on land if possible. But we
I
can
agree.
stay near the shore.
Is Zaxos going to check?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna go just do like a recon of the lake and like swim around a little bit, see if there's actually like fish and stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's well stocked. There are lots of fish in this lake. The human presence here is not. I mean, these are small fishing boats.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't that many of them. Like you can actually count. There's like 4.
Okay.
And 2 are out on the lake, but like they're not overfishing the area, so there's plenty to eat here. It could easily support your people and them.
Okay. So yeah, I'll come back and I'm like, I have never seen so many fish in one place. This is incredible. It's the promised lake. We found it.
Yes, nailed it. Let me just go find one human, one that's not wearing shells and looks nice and hangs out near the water.
Okay,
It might
okay.
be
There
okay.
is more than enough fish for us and the service dwellers. We don't even need to bother them. Let's just no.
But I like you said, there's enough for both of us. So why don't we share and be friends?
George, what do you think?
I am glad that we made it here. I am not sure how to deal with the humans. The vision presented to me only led us back to this lake, and it seems that it's well stocked. You are the leaders of the future generations. You decide.
Clarice,
Well-
you're a scientist. What do you think? Pointed look, pointed look.
Well, it would seem, based on Zaxos's report, that there are sufficient fish to maintain both of us. And I suppose that the humans would understand this. and could be reasoned with, or perhaps would simply let us go our way if we were to establish a community here.
Maybe we can teach them to fish better. We've fished for many podlings and kept, a balance of that. We can teach them how. That way they can not run out of food and we don't run out of food.
Yes. We can help each other.
And that way they don't have to take more of our land.
Yeah. If we can tell them our needs and they tell us theirs, I'm sure we can live in harmony. Utopia that has never existed in the history of Earth. Anyways, I believe it as a fantasy fish creature.
Is Ahum weighing in?
You're muted.
You're muted, Max.
There we go. We still need to bring our entire pod up here. And there's certainly no way that we can do that quietly if given our just our three of us trying to get up here is any or eight of us is any or six or however many we are.
Yeah.
Six.
Yeah, six.
You handled that a few times. It's okay.
Yeah. Unless we go even further away from humans, in which case it may be a much more arduous trek for us. We may need to talk with them and see if we can at least let them know that we're moving here.
Also, we could trade fishing techniques for safe passage.
Yes.
They obviously need the fish. We need to get through. That seems equal in value.
To be clear, this is the lake. So it's not that you need to get through. It's that you
get through as in the rest of our pod get through to the lake.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's fair. It sounds like you're sending Marielle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mario, go make a friend. I won't stab them this time.
Yay! I'm gonna look for somebody not wearing armor, and that we know as Shell,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody who is ideally somebody that's splashing around, somebody who looks like they love the water. And I feel like that's something I can sense. Maybe somebody swimming, or somebody calmly fishing, somebody looks contented near the water.
Yeah, should we
Okay, so you're...
go to a fishing boat?
Is it scarier to creep up on a boat though? I feel like it is, than somebody just standing on the dock or on the beach.
Well, we could do the thing of friendly sea creature going towards the boat, obvious from far away, instead of sneaking to the boat.
Yoink, hi!
Yeah.
Yeah. If you think the boat's better, yeah, I'm down. I'm willing. I think Mariel's so excited that you're even giving them the chance to do that. That they're yeah, whatever approach you want to make. Yep, sure.
Because I feel like approaching from the boat gives you a better way of escaping if trouble happens, kind of thing,
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you may... So, and are you going as a group? With Marielle leading?
Yeah.
Or was it just Marielle?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think we're going as a group because we're trying to be communal instead of isolationist for once.
Okay. Yeah. You give the big signal from far off. You swim up as a group with Marielle leading. They kind of... I think that there's a moment of staring down at you in the water where several of them have harpoons. And these are these aren't guards. They're just crusty fishermen. There's young boys and older men and women. They're just kind of living on the edge of society, salt of the earth people. Yeah. But they let you up. And there's a group of, there's as many of them on the boat as there are of you climbing up.
Uh-huh.
So it's
give
It's
them
6 on
something.
6.
I would say I give them something that like I have on me that is the shiniest thing I have. Perhaps it's like very useless. Perhaps it's one of those tassels with like rhinestones on it or something that I just kept.
Are you giving them a sea thing, or are you giving them a human thing?
I think a human thing because I want to be like,
Okay.
I know the value of your things, even though it's probably not valuable at all. But I assume it is, and be like, I'm presenting you with this really amazing human thing because I think that you'll.
You still have the deer hat too.
Yeah, I thought about that and I was like,
Yep.
it's kind of like this soggy, like non-cured fur piece of. No, shiny. Shiny is better.
Thank you for this. And he kind of looks around and like picks up a like a like a ratchet tool from the table and just like hands it to you.
I'm honored. I do the like, did you see? I just got a present from a human, and that's like the pinnacle of my life. Like, I kind of lose my shit, and I'm like,
Greasy and dirty, but it's
amazing.
a beautiful machine.
Yeah, and
Mariel, focus.
oh,
Talk.
hello, humans. And I just do this the whole time I talk. Hello, humans.
Hello?
We are the Okana, and we come from the other side of the water, and we just had to fight a big furry thing. That doesn't matter. Focus, Maria.
Which side of the water?
Over there. To
By the big wall.
Towards where the sun rises. And, or sets, I don't know direction, but Muriel would. And we, my hand's getting tired, but just imagine I'm doing that the whole time. And we think this lake, this body of water you have made your home on is the most beautiful place we've ever seen. And we are here to offer you our help. We are excellent fishers. And literally I like reach in the water and like wait like 10 seconds and pull out like a carp or something. And like give it to them and like be like, we hope that you would consider letting us make our home alongside yours. We come in peace. I didn't make it want it to sound that cheesy, but whatever, I'm going with it. We come in peace and we admire you, and we admire your human shell wear and your pod homes, and we hope to live in your lake.
We just want fish and space in the lake, and we'll help you fish. And just don't hurt us, please.
Yeah, what they said, but I said it better. Longer.
Well, I'm just an old fisherman. I'm not really supposed to make this decision. And then like a woman jabs him with her elbow from behind, and she's like, "You can make the decision. Everyone listens to you." And then he's like, and you're gonna make sure that you're not gonna eat all the fish.
Oh no!
No, and we can help you fish better. The net's like, that's not good net.
It's true.
And they're like all the fisher people behind him are like kind of just like doing low murmurs with each other. Like, well, yeah. Where were you thinking of setting up?
But like in the water.
George says there is a hidden cove on the other side of the lake.
There's a hidden. Wait, am I supposed to say?
George gets like whipped around.
Yeah.
We'll make our pod towards the far side of the lake, and unless you want to communicate with us, you'll never need to see us. But I think we should communicate, and we should be friends, and we can build things together. I want to learn how you make your shinies, and I can show you how to make the best fishing nets out of coral. Did you know that is really, really strong? And I just like blah, 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 blah.
Yep. All right. I'll take it back. I have to talk to Mayor Dinkuff, but That sounds like a plan. Reaches a hand forward, stabs a hand out into open space at you.
Mariel, we got to get the rest of the pod up here. Tell them about that.
Grab the hand.
Nice.
Don't know what to do.
Ahum steps forward and grabs the hand.
But the problem, no, I put my
vigorously-
hand out. No, because I have a handshake like a dead fish.
Adorable. But he flops your hand around a little bit. You have more coming?
Just a small pod of 300, but it's. Don't worry about it.
It'll be fine. It'll be fun.
You think the lake can handle that?
Oh yes,
Absolutely. And we know how to preserve the fish so that they'll keep spawning and making more and balance.
Let's try it out, sure. Sounds good to me.
Yay.
And yeah, you can go and like stake out the hidden cove on the other side of the lake. It's like it's a thing where you have to like swim under, and then you get into like a kind of a cave bay. And
But before
It
we
looks
before
like
we
a-
leave them, you said they had harpoons.
they did have harpoons.
I'm gonna like go up to like the main old guy and like just try and be like as like big fisheye, like please sir, like as I can, and be like, could I have one of the harpoons? I lost mine
Blink,
as we were
blink,
coming.
blink.
Yeah, like
He looks at his harpoon, and he's like, there's a very clear look of no on his face. And then he kind of steps back and reaches a hand under a net that is full of just like stuff, and like pulls out a rusted harpoon, and says, "They're expensive. Here's an extra though." Hands it to you.
Oh, these people are awesome.
and I'm just gonna like clutch it and be like, harpoon, thank you. And like I'll go like catch him like 5 fish on it and like as payment.
You congratulations! You successfully negotiated at least short-term sustainable working relationship with these
Hey!
people. Who knows how the
And
future will be?
More will be later.
I was so we can close there.
Okay.
I think that eventually, like you'll be able to get your people to come up.
Yeah.
Now that you've traveled the land and you also have these people to help you, it'll be a significantly easier feat. The thing I wanted to note was that I had, so basically if you came and you avoided them, I would have narrated an extra bit farther and they would have seen you and been afraid of you and hired a monster hunter
Oh
who
no.
was going to be awesome to come kill you. But Makin the Machete is not coming to kill you.
Yay!
Okay, that's
because you
good.
have made friends with them. So good work, everybody.
Making friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's right. Making friends is important. Sometimes. Not.
Sometimes.
It's hard to tell when. Cool. Well, thank you
Just
for
not
playing.
when they're giant, scratchy bear monsters.
Sure.
Yeah, bears are not friends.
No.
Yay. Good job, everyone. That was fun.
No, that was super
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Great work, team.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Does everyone want to give an outro about themselves or anything?
Oh yeah. So what? I'll give mine, which is I have this. So now it is 10:10 p.m. Central,
Okay.
which means that there are now like pretty much exactly or within 10 minutes, 48 hours remaining on my Kickstarter. 4 spiral dice in the Sapio system. I've had a great
Nice.
time playing it. with Stella and with Bria. It's great playing with you for the first time. Max, I've
Thank
played
you.
with before in the past. But if people are interested in it, if they think this was fun or interesting, go check it out. And buy some weird dice, and then you can play it yourself. My name's Jon, and thank you for having me, Stella.
Yay!
Yeah.
Bria, do you want to outro yourself?
Yeah. So as it turns out, my birthday is actually this Thursday coming up,
Oh my
and
God.
my sister suggested I do something useful, so I'm going to try and do a longer stream and actually do a charity stream for Nami. So I think Stella can plug my Twitter, and just details will be in there soon to come, and try and raise some money for mental health charity, because mental health definitely is something everyone could use some help with right now. And just remember, it's okay to not be okay, and you're not alone.
Yay! Hold on, let me get that link. I don't know what I just opened by mistake.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, no.
It's all good. I got it now. Huzzah! That's cool. I didn't know your birthday was coming up. I can't wait. Are you doing your stream on actually Thursday or when?
Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday.
Okay, just like all day?
Yeah, I'll be starting at 6 o'clock Eastern.
Like PM?
Yeah, 6
Okay.
p.m. Eastern.
Okay, amazing. I will swing by for sure. And Max, do you want to outro anything?
I've got nothing. I'm a pretty simple man, but go check out all the things that these awesome people are talking about. Yeah.
Amazing. Thanks, everyone. I'm going to put my stupid face full screen for a second because I'm allowed. It's my goddamn channel. So thanks, everyone. Have a great night. Let me do me for a second because why not? Can I do this? We'll do this and this. Yes. So whoever's watching, as you know, my name is Stella. I have finally sort of like hammered out a stream schedule. Two things I'm super most excited about, to be totally honest. Tomorrow I'm doing my very first sort of movement stream. I don't know, I know a lot of you have sort of popped on and started following me for games and whatnot. Love D&D, RPG, starting to love video games, weirdly, a lot. But I come from a burlesque and dance and theater background, and I used to teach a lot of like flexibility and dance classes. So I'm going to try tomorrow and see if it works on stream. So tomorrow at noon, if anybody needs a little like lunch break movement, it's going to be really low impact, not crazy like jumping around or anything. It's just going to be more of a full body stretch, sort of inspired a little bit more from like yoga, Pilates, and dance warm-ups. So come do that if you're interested, or just like lurk and see if it's for you. All you need is yourself and maybe a yoga mat if you have one. That's really exciting. And then, as you know, every other Tuesday I have my D&D games, which I am just loving so much. I've booked out the players kind of into June, and they're all so fun and amazing. So please stop by. And you can check out my schedule. I'll be updating that, but it's all over my social media and stuff today. So thank you so much for the folks who were hanging out. Swing by our little workout tomorrow. I'm hoping that all the tech works and stuff. It's going to be a different angle of me trying to do it from across the room, but I'm learning as I go. And I appreciate everyone so much for hanging out